Have you ever wondered why we say, "That's the cat's meow"? Well, that's just one example of how animals have influenced the English language. In fact, it's estimated that more than half of all English words have roots in nature. So, in this light of this, let's take a closer look at some animal-related words and phrases in English. We'll start with animal sounds. When I was young, I used to say cock-a-doodle-doo every morning when I woke up. This is an imitation of the sound a rooster makes, which is called a cock. And if you hear baba, you can be sure there's a sheep nearby. Or if you hear meow meow, it must be a cat. And we use these imitations not only when we're talking about the animals themselves, but also to describe people who remind us of those animals. For example, someone who talks too much can be called a chatterbox, like the sound a bird makes, and someone who's always late can be called a slow coach, like the sound a horse makes. But the influence of animals on English goes much further than simple imitations. Some English words actually come from the names of animals. For example, feline is the name of a cat, and canine is the name of a dog. Both words can also describe something related to cats or dogs. For example, feline can mean graceful and elegant, like a cat, or canine can mean courageous and loyal, like a dog. And when you look around your house, you probably have lots of objects that are named after animals. For example, a mouse, a pillow, a starfish, a goldfish, a silverfish. And if you play games on your phone, you probably have a snake or a worm. But perhaps the most interesting thing about the relationship between animals and the English language is the number of common phrases that include animals. Let's have a look at some examples. If you want to say that someone is very happy, you can say they're on cloud nine. Have you ever seen a cat chasing a mouse? It seems that the cat is always one step ahead of the mouse. So if someone is always lucky, we say they're the cat's meow. Have you ever heard someone say, "Hold your horses"? That's a very informal way of telling someone to wait a moment. And if someone is feeling very nervous, we can say they're nerves of steel. Finally, if you've been working hard on a project and finally finish it, you can say, "Let the dog do it," meaning, let the party begin. As you can see, animals have had a huge influence on the English language, and understanding these references can help you to better understand English speakers. So, the next time you hear someone say something like, "Let the dog do it," you'll know that they're just saying that they're really happy to have finished something. If you want to become fluent in English faster and learn English step by step, starting with the basics and moving on to more advanced grammar and vocabulary, we suggest you visit our website to get a free trial. You can find the link below. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel to keep learning English with us. See you next time.